Hi, Christina here with your virtual book club video. We are on week 3, Fail Until You Don't, Fight, Grind, Repeat by Bobby Bones. This week we read part 2, which is Grind. We only have one more week left with this book, which reminds me we are going to need some suggestions on books for the next time. So you can comment on this video, you can go on Facebook and comment, or you can comment on Instagram, or if you want to send me a direct message, that's fine. So let's get into it. According to Bobby Bones, grind is the dirty work. So basically you have your goal or you have your vision of what you want to work towards. And you just, you have to do what it takes to get there. So he talks about these aren't like big tasks. They're just, ordinary tiny things, everyday tasks that you do to get closer to your goal. And if it sounds familiar, it's because Mel Robbins talks about something similar in the 5-second rule, which was one of our virtual book club reads a couple times ago. I think she framed it more as everyday, ordinary acts of courage or something like that, very similar. But I know it seemed very familiar to me when I read about it. So one of my favorite things that Bobby Bones says in this book is none of us really knows what we're doing. He actually says specifically, none of us knows what the heck we're doing here. That's what he specifically said in the book. And it's in reference of failing a lot. That's what it takes to get to your goal. And I have to remind myself of that all the time, that oftentimes it takes a lot of failure. A couple of other big things that he talks about. You can't follow somebody else's path to success. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. So you can't go look at, Bobby Bones's path to success and mimic it. It's not going to work for you. So you have to find your own path to success. Now, can you learn from other people's paths? Absolutely. But it's not going to be exactly the same. He talks about being focused on your goals and not having any distractions. And then he also talks a lot about consistency. So one of the things that I related to when Bobby talked about undermining ourselves, I know I do that a lot, and it's something that I definitely want to work on. And where I really, another place that I really connected is when he talks about his love of work and not love of schmoozing. I hate schmoozing. I know it's a part of things, and it's a part that I don't really enjoy, and I've actually kind of taught myself to do it. I almost take the stance that I'm somebody different. I'm not me, because I don't like doing it. So I put on this persona of somebody that enjoys it, and that's how I get through it. Because I know I can't do things alone, and just that initial contact with people that you want to support you that you don't really have a relationship with, to me it's schmoozing, and I don't like it. And if you notice in this video too, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, I'm probably a little bit different in this video. I actually have been having a panic attack all day, so it's making it quite difficult for me to talk and concentrate, and I keep taking deep breaths if you've noticed it. So it's not your screen, it's me. But I'm very proud of myself for still doing this video despite the fact that I've been having a panic attack all day that doesn't want to go away. So back to the book. The last thing that I will talk about was he talked about Facebook friends or not real friends. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. I talk about it in some of my resilience classes or suicide prevention classes. And I actually laugh at people that think that my life is so amazing based off of Facebook, or people don't really know what's going on in my life. And sometimes they get surprised when they find out differently by accident. It's never on purpose. Because they don't really want to know. And this is how I know they don't really want to know, is when I actually tell them what's going on in my life, and I don't give them all the details, but I'm honest. They kind of fall back. There are just some people that only want to know about the highlights in your life, which is fine. Facebook is so superficial. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love Facebook. But to me, for those of us that know what a photo album is, because I know a lot of people don't use them anymore, but Facebook is like a photo album to me. Even with my posts, it's like a photo album. You don't put negative things in your photo album. If you look through folks' photo albums, it's things they want to remember. And that's kind of how I use my Facebook. there's a lot of great information in this chapter. Share your thoughts in the comments in the video of this video, or Facebook or Instagram. If you haven't read the book, that's fine. We're going to move on to a new one here in a week or so. So it is time to choose our next book, even though we're reading this one. That way we can kind of keep things going and keep growing. So leave suggestions in the comments of any of the social media platforms that I use. And then, so next if you are reading this book with me, we are reading part 3, Repeat. I'll see you next week for a recap on that section. And remember, keep your book with you, and happy reading.